God has already proven himself, so there is no excuse not to believe in him. And it's a real big deal. If you don't want to believe what I'm about to show you, that's fine with me. I'm going to do my best to love you and treat you only good anyway. I'm only telling you because I want to see you in paradise. Why am I yelling?
Get to the chopper!
The Bible makes some stunning scientific claims, meaning these are testable and observable. Matter of fact, God even says verbatim, prove me in this. About something specific, I'll tell you at the end. Psalm 19 says, the heavens declare God's glory in a universal language. Day after day, night after night, telling a story. Says that the sun in its rising and setting, tells the gospel of Jesus Christ in a universal language. The moon in its phases as it waxes and wanes, that shadow of the turning of doubt. Why, this part's found to be so true that they tried to claim that Christians ripped off Greek astrology. 12 constellations, 12 apostles, a woman giving birth, that's Virgo, the Virgin. Mary, because Greek astrology is really just Hebrew Mazzaroth. And in the book of Job, God claims that he put the Mazzaroth in the sky to tell his gospel specifically. As a matter of fact, we can argue about the age of the book of Job and if they ripped that story off from somebody else, but none of that really matters. That's all inconsequential. If the heavens do tell that story, if the sun does rise and set, wait a minute. If there is a shadow of the turning of doubt in the moon, hold on a second. That's just Psalm 19. That's just the heavens. That day to day uttereth speech, and night to night showeth knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. The sun is as a bridegroom coming forth out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to win a race in every language. That's just cosmology. What about here on the earth, the classical physics? What about the quantum mechanics? Well, the Bible makes another bold scientific claim that we can look and see, is this true or not? That science proves God? No, that God has proven himself already, and that science shows all the bold and undeniable evidence that his gospel is told by everything everywhere, whether the mouth is saying it or not. Even the rocks can cry out. Why? Because they tell his gospel. They don't have mouths. They don't need them. Universal language. All right, that's geology. But Romans 1:20 tells us why the wrath of God is revealed on earth. It's because men hold the truth in unrighteousness. Wait, we have the truth? Yes. I'm talking about high science and academia. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in the quantum physicists, the theoretical cosmologists, the biologist and the mathematical physicist, all the scientists. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in because God hath showed it unto them.
Get to the chopper!
His name is Jesus. I'm going to show you. Stick around and see if you can find a reason to disagree with what I'm going to say there is to do about it all. I dare you. Why didn't God show himself? For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead. Let me sum up what I just said. The Bible claims that the things that we can see in space and the things that we can observe on earth all plainly tell us about him specifically. And that is a bold claim, but it's incredibly simple. The reason we don't lose our minds when the sun goes down is because we know that it's going to rise again tomorrow morning. Don't worry about it. Oh no, the moon is losing more and more light each day. And now it's gone from the sky. Where did it go? Don't worry, it's coming back. It's the end of the day and I'm getting tired. But what happens if I go to sleep? Will I ever wake up again? No man has promised tomorrow, but probably so, bruh. Probably so. Part 2. Jesus taught in parables, and what I mean by that is he used metaphors and comparisons, natural examples. He'd say stuff like, except a seed of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it abides alone, but if it dies, it brings forth much fruit. Right? And then they'd all be like, what's he trying to say? He'd name something that's easy to understand, we all know, we all observe and say, it's just like that. What do you mean it's just like some natural process? According to the laws of physics, Jesus? Did you design it that way or something? That death is merely an illusion and that souls change forms? Well, that's a bit of a reach. No, it's not. Except a sperm, swim into an egg and die, it abides alone, but if it dies, it brings forth much fruit. You've all already done this yourselves once. Proven, signed, sealed, delivered. If you're watching this video, you were. It's like that. Just next level. This isn't hard to believe, it's just the laws of physics. We can all observe that something microscopically small can lose its body and be born again with a much more complex, bigger one, 30,000 times bigger. Just naturally. No supernaturally, no miracles required, just what it's designed to do. The miracle of life is just a natural process, and so afterlife isn't some supernatural thing. We're talking about changing forms, which we can observe, according to science, happens everywhere all the time. Perhaps that's an overgeneralization, an oversimplification, considering that the nuance of how that looks varies greatly. But when I say universal language, and it really is this simple, in quantum mechanics, the particles, the fundamental building blocks of reality that aren't themselves built by any blocks, excitations of quantum fields, can be thought of this way. A guitar string is the quantum field. After you pluck it, the vibration of the guitar string is the particle. It's not a guitar string vibrating, but you can think of it that way. Why? Because it's just that simple. It's just the laws of physics in a different place, but it is relative. And by that I mean quantum mechanics, the Schrodinger equation, relates to a guitar string after it's been plucked. Same story, but there's nuance for how that story is actually told. A particle is not a guitar string getting plucked, but you can envision it in that way. Otherwise, what hope have you to envision it? I'll show it to you. If you want to see more videos like that, go here. That's where I got it. Now, I don't suggest that the probability cloud stays in the shape of a toroid, but hopefully from that video you can see how I say it's toroidal vortex. And perhaps that's the wrong way to describe it, but what else am I going to say about it? Wave function? I'm trying to relate it to other ideas, like guitar strings getting plucked. For instance, I directly relate the hydrogen wave function to the magnetic field of a galaxy. The magnetic field isn't a shape at all, but we can represent it with one because of math and geometry. Get it? Relativity. These things do relate, and so we can plot them on a 2D thing. And it's not static. That whole thing is swirling and spinning. Not in the way that a ball spins on a finger, because it's not physical in that way, but you could think of it that way if the ball was churning in and out of itself as it spun. But you can observe that directly when you bounce a ball, okay? These are not hard concepts to grasp. Look, is a ball a toroid? When it hits the ground, it most certainly is. Deformed into the shape of a toroid as the top and bottom meet each other in the middle. Get it? Like so. And I'm only talking this way because don't be dense on purpose. When paradise is on the line, fam, you could think of a flat spiral galaxy this way. A spinning ball hit the ground. Get it? Please? You can see how a ball deforms. You can see how the Oort cloud, which is a theorized structure in the solar system, it's never been observed, but the icy comets are coming and going from somewhere. Mathematically, the outside of the toroid is a sphere. The inside is clearly a toroid. That's why it is flat in the middle. Pause to read. There is an outer Oort cloud and an inner Oort cloud, resulting in a flat spinning solar system. The inner Oort cloud is believed to be torus-shaped like a donut. I'm not making this up. Even if people want to be sticklers and say it's a sphere, it's also a toroid. It's not just a shape, that is a spinning vortex. I mean this right here as the sun travels around the Milky Way on a tilted axis, waxing and waning as it does. And the point that I'm making is this. A human is born and at the end of their life they die. But everything that we observe suggests that that's not the end, that's just this part right here, but this follows. That's a universal language telling the gospel right there. You must be born again. It's right there. How to get eternal life. Here's what there is to do about all of it. Treat everyone the way that you want to be treated. Don't repay evil with evil. Overcome evil with good. Show love to everyone, even your enemies, and don't curse anyone. Believing that Jesus Christ had the power to rise from the dead. And he's already proven himself on every single level of existence.